This is Gerardo Del Real here at the 2023 Beaver Creek Precious Metal Summit, here with Revival Gold CEO, Mr. Hugh Agro. Hugh, it's great to be out here with you. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. It's nice to be in this environment.
Listen, let's get right into it. We have a stubborn gold price that's firmly above the 1900 level, despite a dollar index that's above 105, which to me is a beautiful technical setup. All you've done in this boring consolidation phase here in the past year is set shareholders up to where they're enjoying 5 million ounces of gold. I believe there's the potential for 10 million ounces of gold. You have 2 rigs turning. You've had a lot of corporate development. So I thought it was important to catch up and just give everyone an update on what Revival Gold has been doing to set up for that next leg up that I think is right around the corner in the gold space.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Jaro. There has been a lot going on behind the scenes. Of course, we added Larry Radford to our board of directors, former COO of Hecla Mining, an Idaho native, and somebody who brings a lot of operating, construction, and development experience to the board at Revival Gold as we move to that next phase. Of course, we've got this open pit heap leach first phase project. We're now through the PFS, and so we're marching that forward through permitting preparations. And as you point out, we're drilling because we want to continue to add to the mine life of that oxide heap leach project. So we're drilling in 4 areas on the project this year.
Let's talk about the targets. Let's talk about the goals for that drilling. You're obviously using shareholder money. You recently raised some capital. Shareholders want that money to be allocated appropriately. You know that I'm a huge fan of the drill bit. What targets are you drilling and what's the goal with that drilling?
Yeah, so this year is all about exploration. Actually, in our past, we've been focusing on building up resources for the mine plan. This year we're going out into some new areas. So we're going to have some misses, but we're also going to have some hits. I'm feeling confident about that. So we're into the Roman Trench area. We're over to our new Ridge target area. Hasn't been drilled yet before. We're back into the Hades zone, which is the satellite deposit, open up dip and down dip, and we're drilling there. And then finally, we're going to test our Midlands target. Again, another blind target on the Arnett side of the project. So this will come to results by early October and then through November, December. And we're very excited about this year's program. Exploration is the name of the game.
You mentioned the PFS. Exploration is absolutely the name of the game, but it's important to highlight the fact that on the board side, adding the gentleman that you added is a huge endorsement of the project. You also had some met work that I think went underappreciated by the market that I look at as critical for attracting the kind of major partners that I think Revival is going to attract before an eventual buyout, whenever that happens. Can you speak to that a bit?
Sure, we're turning you into a miner. You're thinking about all these things that are involved and bringing value from the discovery, right? And so this is not something that's top of mind in the retail world, but in this crowd here amongst the corporates, it's really important. And this network that you're talking about gives us the flexibility to think about shipping a concentrate from Revival Gold's Bear Track Arnett project as a second step to our heap leach operation. Not to get into all the messy details, but we wanted to validate that that's a concept that will work. And we came up with excellent results there. And this gives us optionality around how we continue to develop the project. 4.6 million ounces of gold. The first million ounces is that heap leach, but we want to extract value from the other 3.6 million ounces. And as you point out, there's a lot of exploration potential to continue to grow that. And as we develop up these other de-risking steps to the project, this audience here at Beaver Creek's listening.
You mentioned drill rigs turning. When can we expect some results? And I mentioned the potential for 10 million ounces of gold. You're close to 5 right now. You have a huge trend.
Yeah.
It's all the right rocks. It's all the right stuff. And so, I don't just say that to throw a number out there. I say that based on the rocks, the mineralization thus far, the potential at depth, and the fact that it's open on all sides, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'm smiling with you. We do think there's a lot of exploration potential. We're in a big mineral system. The system is over 3 miles long. We've hit with every drill hole into the main Bear Track trend. And these things can get quite large. It will take a lot of drilling. We're exploring in some new areas this year. So this will be exciting for our geologists. They're on the edges of their seats with some of these new target areas. But this is exciting, and this is what we're doing to drive value in the project. First results end of this month, early October, and then through November, December. And again, the priority for this year is to identify opportunities to extend that mine life in the oxide heap leach. And I think we're going to have some success there. And I'm really excited to be talking about that with you in a couple months' time.
Excellent. You have to be excited about the progress that Perpetua Resources is making. It's due to, I believe, secure a permit in the latter part of this year, Q1 of 2024. I think that's going to be a big endorsement for Idaho, for quality projects that have scale, that are responsible explorers and developers. Can you speak to that a bit?
Yeah, listen, the folks at Perpetua are outstanding, solid team, leading the way in permitting in the state of Idaho. And sure, they've had some challenges. They've got some unique aspects to their site and project that make it challenging, but they're doing a great job. And yeah, we're confident that they'll get their permits. We're in a much different situation, and I think we'll have a lot less challenge along the way. But the fact that we've got such an important and impressive team progressing the project in Idaho is good for all. And there's a lot going on in the state. 30 million ounces of undeveloped gold in the state of Idaho. That is definitely attracting the interest from the majors and some of the smaller gold producers, because it's the next Nevada. And it's just natural that they'll be knocking on the doors. And Perpetua's in a great position.
I always preach to everyone that if you're going to buy low and you're going to sell high, you have to get the buy low part correct. Revival is trading cheap relative to its peers in today's market, let alone relative to a $1,900 gold price, and let alone relative to what I see much higher gold prices that are coming. Can you speak to the value proposition before I let you go, Hugh?
Yeah, listen, $8-9 an ounce we're trading in the ground, and I think the upside to that is 2 to 3 times that. Just looking at the research analyst report on Revival Gold, we do have catalysts in front of us. And importantly, this is a project that doesn't have a lot of overhang to it. We don't have a lot of burden in terms of cost. We keep our cash burn low. We deliver, and listen, it's got a lot of upside to it. We're really happy to be where we are in the state of Idaho. We're really happy with the team. And I think we're starting to see that folks recognize that. So that $9, $8 valuation an ounce in the ground isn't going to last for long.
Hugh Agro, Revival Gold, everybody. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Charlie.